So catch us up on some of the different properties that comprise Mondo Media.
Sure. It's an animation channel for teens and young adults. It's anchored by Happy Tree Friends, which is our flagship franchise. But we also have several other series that we're running, and the ones that we're having the most success with are shows like Batman, Spider-Man, Dr. Tran. There's probably at least 500 shorts that we're running at any given time, and they're all pulling down some pretty serious numbers. Like cumulatively we're doing about 40 million video views per month. It's quite substantial. That's probably arguably about half that on YouTube and then half online off of YouTube on our own channels. And each of those shows are doing upwards of the most viewed. Some of the most viewed episodes are in the tens of millions of views, but typically we see about 1 million, 2 million views per episode on our content.
So what's the secret sauce content-wise? What are you doing that's making them resonate with your viewers?
Well, one of the things we're doing is that we're constantly scanning the internet looking for shows that we think are already showing signs of life. So it's kind of become our own filter for us to let stuff bubble up, and then we'll go in and get behind them and say, okay, that's a great little show. Why don't we underwrite the production on some of these and see where we can take this property? So some of it is just looking at how shows are performing. Some of it's pulling in talented people that we think are really funny. Some of it's simple licensing. Like we have a Russian show, for example, that hasn't been translated, and we are going to pick up the rights to that, localize it for the U.S. market. We also picked up the rights to a South Korean movie, a motion picture, that hasn't been released here in the U.S., and we're going to window that online as an ad-supported property, as a series of shorts, like divvied up into shorts. So kind of, finding content wherever we can find it, and just being smart, testing, abandoning things if they're not working, getting behind the things that work.
The international partnerships, acquisitions that you're talking about are interesting, especially because we're seeing a lot of web shows try to license rights overseas, but you're actually bringing in some content from abroad as well. And I guess maybe that just suggests that there are opportunities both ways when it comes to looking beyond the borders.
Yeah. On the licensing side, I mean, that's a big part of our business, where we will, for example, pre-sell foreign rights to new production and then hold back new media rights. So we use it as a means of actually financing content sometimes, where we go out. And we've been very lucky in that we have a partnership with this group called Content Film, who actually licenses our stuff pretty aggressively. They do go to MIT markets and sell it at all, sell the material at all the MIT markets. So it's part of our overall strategy, which is you can't rely right now exclusively on ad revenue, so you have to be creative and resourceful to find other money.
So a final question for you, in terms of advertising, what's working and what's not working?
Well, I'm not a big fan of integrated advertising, where you try to integrate product with in particular our genre of stuff, which is cartoons that are supposed to be funny and usually their own world, standalone characters that you don't want to break that world up by introducing advertising. So it's a little challenging for us. Where I'm having the most success is just on pure scale media buys, of traditional pre-roll and banner and skins and the usual stuff. I'm a big fan of it, and we're at a scale now where we can support that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See and send to your friends and put in your Twitter about and so forth. But anyway, thanks very much for coming.
He wants you to do his work for.
Yeah.